Josh, I wasted more money.
That is the least shocking thing you've ever told me on a video.
To continue the trend of buying things that I don't need but I should have, this time, Josh, I got 4 booster boxes or booster bundles.
What's a booster bundle? Oh, it's got 6 booster packs in it? Okay.
Yeah, it's like the baby mode because what happened was I bought the Japanese ones first. And then too many people ordered the Japanese ones, so it got canceled.
Oh, okay.
So by the time I looked for the English ones, all they had was booster bundles, which is apparently 6 packs in a thing.
Okay.
So I have to settle for 24 packs this way.
Seems reasonable. Yeah, you get the same amount as a booster pack there.
So there's probably no good way to show you this. But on the back here, they're hyping the OG 151s in here. There's extraordinary cards like Venusaur EX and Charizard EX and some other stuff. New adventures will unfold.
This feels like a set. You put out Pokemon 151 when like some graph goes below some threshold and you need to pump some numbers back into Pokemon, and you're like, pull the nostalgia lever. We got to do it.
People forgot about the old stuff. Well, as you know, from all the times we've opened cards, these ones don't open very nicely. All the times we open cards together so far, at some point, it inevitably gets to the point where we're like, yeah, we don't know who these people are.
For sure, yeah.
And I feel like this is the anti that.
You and I are the essential 151 customer, the Pokemon fans who were very heavily into the first couple games, and then really have paid just minimal attention since then.
These boxes, it doesn't even open nice. I say it opens fancy.
That's nice. I like the little tension boxes. I'm into them.
Why? Is this like the time you're supposed to make the little display?
No. That's these are not like that. These are like where you'd make a deck and you'd put them in those boxes, basically. Like
that's silly.
Yeah, I mean there are better boxes for that, but
so I'm gonna say you can still pick a number, I guess. But all the packs are the same.
Number 4.
All right, so we'll go this way as you guys. Number 4.
I liked that Mew more than the other Mews. It does feel weird making Mew the
face of 151.
Yeah, like I know he is he's the 151st, right? But
are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's gonna be big. Classic.
Rattata.
A classic.
Squirtle. Yeah.
So these do have the big sales pitch on these was they're supposed to have very nice art and cool art as well.
I'm liking it so far.
And I feel like even though they're OG, they
good old Hypno. Nice. Poliwrath is one of the cooler Pokemon.
I see. I love all the Pidgeys.
Me too. Yeah, I have a deep love for the Pidgeot line.
So this one actually looks sick. I like this. I actually appreciate the hell of this art.
Oh, Primate. Maybe I just love all of the 151.
So we have a reverse foil Meowth.
Look at you knowing the terms.
We have a real foil Aerodactyl, right?
That looks sick. That like, there's something about that art where it looks like it's flames or something that looks very cool.
Oh, and energy.
Nice.
So I don't remember the order of how we just did that to
the rare was on the bottom, I think, right?
Yeah, so I guess just pull the energy out.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, Josh, do it again.
2. I'll say again that I think I said this last time we opened a new set. The gray border looks so good on these cards because they did yellow in the States for the longest time. Where in Japan it was gray, it was silver. So I'm glad we finally have the silver borders because it looks so much better.
Got your energy.
Oh, Sandshrew. Cute little Sandshrew.
So
that seal looks dead. Is that a dead seal?
It looks like it. I guess he's sleeping. I appreciate the fact that like we're still in the territory of his called Seal because he's a seal.
Yeah,
like we're
for sure.
Nice simple names from the old days.
It amazes me how many cards in the set, I guess in Pokemon sets right now in general, are still just like, here's an ability with no additional text.
Kick.
Yeah,
3 points.
And like Magic still has like vanilla creatures once in a while, but like aren't that many. And like like every other card has that here in Pokemon still.
Pretty much.
And Pokemon's a complicated game too, which is funny. Like you're not gonna run a card that just doesn't have extra text on its back. That's a good looking Wartortle.
Yeah, this is like as good as the Pidgeot fancy background.
Oh, that's cool.
I guess he's running. I'm gonna take it out of the camera a second. So it looks almost like it's Tokyo, and it's gonna be hard to tell, but it's like the crayon vibe. Like it's not like art. It's like the old school like crayon vibe of fancy drawing.
Yeah, it's interesting looking.
All right, so reverse foil Ditto.
Oh, that's cool. I like that art. He looks like he's jammed in a crane game.
I was just saying, where the hell is Ditto even? And eventually I saw the purple blob. a beautiful Eevee evolution with the sick foil.
The foiling on these cards is really cool.
It's hard to explain what it looks like. But because the last time we did this with the foil cards, you really couldn't tell what it was. But these reflect nicely.
Yeah, I think that they must have done something different. Let's do 3.
Was that stupid? Look, real quick. This didn't even come with one of those stupid Let's Play Pokemon cards.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of those yet, I don't think.
I keep taking them out right away.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Ooh, Josh, look at this sick water.
That is the sexiest energy card I think I've seen ever.
That's probably a waste of my foil.
I mean, honestly, it's probably worth more than the average foil.
Squirtle. No, Lickitung. We're seeing commons already.
Persian.
I always liked Persian only because he's like Giovanni's main Pokemon. Like Meowth was like the shitty bootleg one with Team Rocket.
I always felt like Meowth and Persian didn't feel like they were in the same evolutionary line. Like they're so different.
So these are some plain foils. Sick Nidoking.
Nice. Again, like he looks like he's ready for a fight. I never liked the let's do number 1. The Nidoran line, right? That's the one where they had the male and female symbol after their name.
It was, and then so
that was before we had gender of Pokemon, right? The sex of Pokemon could be in the games.
Well, yeah, so like the thing that threw me off when I was way younger, but back when like we're gonna call colors a thing for like gender colors, it always threw me off that Nidoking and the boy line or the male line, whatever, is a pink one, and then the female one was the blue one. And my young brain.
Oh man, these are really good looking foil energy.
This is why they're so hyped about these cards. I think.
I like that Mankey art.
Execute. Stupid eggs.
I think I've seen that Execute art before. I think that's a reuse.
That's shitty then.
I'm okay with it, but it's good art.
Polygraph Party.
Another Pidgeot.
So there's a lot of Eevees. A lot of Eevees in this beast.
That's a cool Scyther. And a Beedrill. So
is this what I would assume like every set has, or every pack has one of the crazy foils, it seems like?
It seems like you're getting a...
Or am I just getting an inordinate amount of fancy cards?
I don't think you're lucking out. It must just be how the packs are
That's fair.
Collated. Yeah, I think that number 2. I think that they decided, or they put out those weird Pokemon games on the Switch that were like Let's Play or Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu.
Those were good ones though, because they were actually easy to play.
They were easy to play. They didn't really scratch the itches with Charmander, but I think at that point, like I think a lot of people realized that like, oh no, Eevee's like one of the most popular Pokemon. Like the reason that they chose Eevee here is because people love the heck out of Eevee.
Well, yeah, it's a cute little dog basically, and with all I feel like 27 side versions of him now.
That's cool, Cloister art. What is that? What am I seeing there?
It almost looks like a robot moving, but it's it's a grabby hand.
Jesus, I thought it was like the Babadook or something, like as a stretchy person.
It's almost like all the AI dogs they make now, like the giant robot overlord.
Yes,
dogs.
that's exactly the vibe that I thought was happening there.
Yeah, so there we go. There's Nidorino. So you can almost evolve the whole thing. A shiny Ditto, like the one we saw before.
The shiny version. Pull that Ditto back up real quick, because the Ditto is not foiled in the same way. So like he shines differently.
I can catch it almost in the light just right, where like he's not reflecting at all.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
They're getting clever. You see the dumb cards are in most of them, just not that one pack.
Okay.
Base ass energy.
That's a cool Pidgey.
Dive bombing out of the trees. We're getting ready to dive bomb out of the trees. It's funny because like this set, it just feels like home.
It does. Like, it really does.
This all just feels like okay.
I don't usually like when nostalgia works on me. Like I resist that feeling, but boy, yeah, this feels like a warm blanket.
They knew what they were doing.
Pincer.
Right, so this Magneton, the art, it's one of the cool ones that's like the actual like figurine.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
He's up in there, his little science lab.
Machamp.
Foil Machamp.
Machamp is one of my best like remembrances of the early days of the card game, because he was in one of the like base decks, like one of the starter decks. So I ended up with a lot of him because like I just over the years or whatever had bought multiple of those starter decks. So he's like one of the cards I remember having like from the beginning.
When I finally, I don't remember the exact timeline on how long it took, but when I finally figured out that like along his line, Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, when I found out they were references to Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan, that was like one of those game changer moments for me.
Number 6.
All right. Let's nicely try to move these out of the way where I don't ruin them.
And just fondle them with your bare hands as much as you can.
That's your favorite part of whenever you and I open things together. Especially when I get like extra excited, and I'm like, "Hey, look at this fancy card."
What's up?
That Porygon's awesome. It looks like like it's actually supposed to look like a Porygon.
I 100% have seen that Porygon art before. I guarantee it. Yeah.
It's pretty badass. Like the buzz. Coughing looks happy with his stink gas.
Victory Bell. A big air balloon.
The trainer cards are the worst in any set.
Yeah, I mean, like trainer cards are. That's a cool Farfetch'd. I like that art.
Right, there's one more back here.
I'm ready.
Be something big. Be something big. Oh, we
Another Nidoking.
He better be worth something.
It's funny because the trainer cards, like playing the game, I get most excited about the trainer cards. Like
because they actually help and do things.
Yes, because I'm playing through the Pokemon trading card game on the Game Boy right now.
Oh jeez.
Which is a fun game. Actually really great. Number 2, and that game, like the decks that they give you to start out with are garbage. And like the thing that you realize very quickly on that is like, I just need to dump out like the majority of these Pokemon and the majority of this energy and just replace it with trainer cards. And once you do that, you basically win every battle. Zubat. I have a deep hatred of Zubat because of trying to get through the dungeons or the caves in the games.
That's artsy as hell Goldeen.
That is a very artsy Goldeen. Weeping Bell.
Another Ghastly with the...
Ghastly has a real history of hanging out in like graffiti areas in the art of the trading card game. Clefable.
There we go. See, Hitmonchan uses its fist, Josh.
It's a good looking, yeah, right. It's a little wink and a nod for you.
But Hitmonlee, he's a foot guy.
His feet.
I'm okay with this adorable Chansey on the bench.
It's a good looking Chansey. What's chances of HP? 110?
110. He's a beast.
Yeah. Chansey was one of the ones that had the most HP for a long time. Like, it wasn't the highest, but it was like pretty darn high. Number 3. I watched a very long video one time about power creep in the pokemonTCG.
Okay.
It's very interesting. Like, in terms of like looking at the HP of Pokemon that are in the game and how it has grown over time. And like it kind of goes up in eras of the game, which is really cool.
Keep telling the people.
That's pretty much the story. It was just like a long video where like they just mapped it out, and like any game, like there has been a lot of power creep over the years, but like you hit these cards that are like milestones, and then it'll be a long time before something beats that again. Like they'll set a new benchmark basically, and then they'll like go right up to that edge but not over it, and then finally they'll like break that barrier, and then that'll hold the line again for a while, and like it'll keep going from there.
Only because he's sitting on top. This seems to be a popular card.
Yeah, we're getting some of those. Just like the old days, you end up with a bunch of those. They're the starter set. Have you seen that they're coming out with a new so number 2 again? They're coming out with a new box that is Pokemon trading card game Classic, where they are like harkening back again to the old Pokemon, and it has like multiple decks inside of it. So it's like a all-in-one contained multiple decks in a box. Like you don't have to build a deck; they're already made for you. That's a shiny. What is that? Dark yeah. Energy.
I feel like it works. They all look cool. I feel like it works the best with this because it looks like outer spacey.
Yeah, it does.
Starry Night. Well, yeah, because even like this set, like right when this was shipping, they also announced like the remake of the first set, and I thought it was actually the same thing as this at first. I got confused that there's too many things going on like that.
Wait, they're remaking the first set?
Yeah, there's an actual like the legit OG first set of Pokemon cards. They're making those all over again.
Oh, are we talking about the same thing? We might be talking about the same thing.
We probably are, but yeah.
Oh,
fancy art Golem.
Is that your first EX? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Golem EX.
Here, Josh, I'll put him to the side, so don't touch him too much.
I get that EXs need to be in the game because, that's let's do number 1.
Okay. Josh,
that's how the TCG works.
I'm tripping over stuff. Hold on. Are you still there, Josh?
I am.
Watch this. We're gonna try to make a lot of noise behind my desk right now. I got these just for you.
I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm just thinking of what you could show back up with.
The theater of the mind.
I hope it's just white gloves.
Even better. But
oh hell yeah, we got the top loaders. Let's go.
Because I decided I was asking you questions the other day.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to venture into starting to sell cards.
Oh yes,
because I have too many cards.
Please walk down this dark path with me. So here's what let me tell you about my card packing when I pack cards.
Look, now he's protected for the world to see.
He's so protected. So here's what I do when I'm ready to ship them. I will get a penny sleeve is what they call them because they cost about a penny. They're they're thin, they're pretty loose, and they are cheap. But I'll put them in a penny sleeve and I'll put the penny sleeve from the top down, so the opening's on the bottom of the card. And then I'll slide it down in the top loader the correct way. So that way, then when you tape over the top loader, the card can't get tape on it because the penny sleeve is between the card and the tape. Works great.
So that's basically what I got. The top loaders for when I sell stuff. I got a bunch of cheap ass envelopes.
Yep.
But I just don't. I'm unsure on the logistics still of like how much to charge for shipping and that kind of nonsense.
When you first sign up, I think, if I remember correctly, I'm now a higher level seller, Toby. So these rules don't apply to me anymore. But if you sell on TCG Player, if I remember correctly, when you first sign up, they only let you charge 99 cents for shipping, or at a minimum. So you can't do free shipping. You can't set your own shipping level below 99 cents. I think 99 cents is like where it's at. And then as you level up, meaning as you complete sales, That's cool looking.
And then another Eevee-esque.
Nice.
So he can go over here. So I grabbed a couple of these sleeves, Josh, so we can keep doing this as we go.
So then, yeah, as you level up your selling, then you can kind of customize your shipping a little bit closer. So I think right now I have mine set where if it's like $5 or less, it's no, what is it? Maybe it's if it's a, I don't know. There's some threshold where basically if it's this or below, it's 99 cents to ship, I think is what I have it set to. But if it's above that, it's free shipping.
Is 99 cents enough to ship cards? Because that's my actual, like, how many cards is 99 cents weigh in an envelope?
Oh, so that's probably like, I think one card in like a top loader, a penny sleeve, in an envelope with a stamp is probably like, that's probably about $1 worth of material if you get, yes, very cheap envelopes. And
okay.
Because as long as you're not selling cards that are worth like 10 cents, like it kind of comes out in a wash a little bit. You know, if you're spending a little bit more than.
I got you. It's a nice looking Abra.
That is a good looking Abra.
Everyone's favorite Growly.
Nice.
So Aerodactyl, I know, is very OG in the game, or OP in the game. But I don't know how good of a card he is.
He's got 130 HP. That seems really good to me.
He's top tier.
If we're looking at cards featuring only the original 151, then I'm going to evaluate cards as I did back in the day, where I only look at the HP.
He looks strong. This number is very high.
Yeah, that's the only reason Charizard became the most sought card, because he had 120, and no one else breached 100.
But he also has the foil, Josh. Everyone won the foil.
Well, sure, but I mean, there was a foil Bulbasaur too. There was a foil Venusaur.
Those aren't worth shit. Come on.
Not foil Bulbasaur. A foil Blastoise, I mean. Number 1.
So you're saying to us buying and selling cards here, I should get some penny loader slot things too?
Yeah. You should definitely get some penny sleeves. Usually like Walmart has those for, $1 for a pack of 100 or whatever. So I would just grab some of those. Yeah.
Yeah, look at awesome big fat Snorlax.
Nice. He looks good. I like the shadow on him.
Yeah, he's just sleeping under a tree.
Sandslash out here looking like he's in Street Fighter. So is Moltres, for that matter.
Holy shit, this has to be important. I refuse to believe it's not.
It's happening.
He's like all over the things.
Yeah, and he's one of the gold cards. Anytime you get a card that's gold, it's gonna be good.
Well, fuck Electrode at this point then.
I'm gonna look that Mew up real quick
to try to gracefully put this in here.
Oh, he's shockingly not as much as I thought he was gonna be.
Boo.
He's like $15.
There's too much shit on my desk. Run out of space here.
He looks very cool.
He does look cool. I appreciate him for who he is. His
Number
ability is genome hacking. You can't top that.
What does it do? What does genome hacking do?
Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon attacks and use it as this attack.
That's cool. Probably not good, but it's cool.
Look, he's too shiny. I can't. There's no good place.
There's no way. Excuse me. Growlithe. That's a creepy. I don't like that Geodude has like human hands. That's weird. I'm weirded out by this Geodude.
The front one looks extra creepy. Like he's coming out of the card for you.
That is no. I don't need Geodude's hands.
How does Jigglypuff not have Sing as an attack?
Well, not all of them are gonna have Sing. I don't know.
It doesn't do anything else.
Well, that one did. Whoa.
Yo.
That's cool. I think that's my favorite art so far.
Favorite fancy art?
Yeah.
I got fingerprints on him. Look at this. You can just tell he's swimming underwater. All the rays of sun or something blasting through him.
Yeah, they did the foiling at an angle, so it did look like rays of sun. That's cool. That's a real attention to detail.
It definitely seems like they're trying here.
Yeah, they are. Number one.
I got overexcited. I only grabbed like 5 of those things, 5 of the covers here as I was tripping over shit.
You really sold yourself short.
I know. There might be too many Pokemon now. It's pretty good. Tangela?
I would say Tangela, but I don't know for sure.
We're slowly getting into the...
yeah, we're in the territory now where we've seen a lot of these.
The repeat zone.
Rigid Band. Oh, there's your Hitmonlee. Another Vaporeon. 1.
You like 1.
I'm just gonna keep going 1. Yeah, this one I decided I was gonna do 1 each time. You gotta mix it up.
Alright, so I think I have 1 of every, or 1 of most of the basic energy now.
Yeah, you haven't doubled up on those yet, I don't think.
Fancy
That's a good. I like that Staryu art. I like art where the dominant color in the art is opposite of the border of the card.
Okay.
Like I like that sometimes. I think that looks cool. Energy sticker. Ooh, a fossil.
Do you actually have to do? I know in the game, you have to do fossils to get Kabuto and those kind of things. The same way for the card game, I think.
Yeah. Usually in the card game, like the fossil behaves like a basic Pokemon, and then you have Pokemon that evolve from that fossil.
Okay, we have another evolution.
So typically the fossils are essentially just basic Pokemon.
I gotcha.
1.
1.
I've been watching Silicon Valley going through a rewatch, and they play Always Blue in that game, so we're just doing Always 1. Cubone looking up at the moon.
Looking for his dead mother. Hey, look, it's Geets.
Cubone's probably like, I wish someone would tell some other story about me. Just know one more thing about me, please.
So Magnemite 2 is the model, like the toy, and not the artwork.
Yep.
First Caterpie that I remember seeing at least.
Bill's transfer. He's going somewhere else.
Apples.
Leftover apples.
Sick Pidgey.
Slightly fancier. Yeah, Pidgey. Another 2 Cubones in 1 pack.
This seems poorly created. Almost fancy Omastar.
Omastar ready to murder this whole planet.
Operation.
1.
Good call. All I wanted was a foil Charizard out of this. You know, the thing that I only know is actually a card. But, you know, I'm going to keep calling for it like it's a real thing.
We haven't seen a Charizard, a Blastoise, or a Venusaur. Venusaur, yes. We haven't even seen a Pikachu, actually, now that I say that out loud.
That's true. That might be our first Doug trio.
Dragonair, nice.
So they at least in all these boxes or packs, I have enough to do Aerodactyl and some other ones now. Yo!
Ooh, nice.
Now it's definitely Geets.
Yeah, this is Geets.
That's pretty like now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably like a pretty specialized joke, Josh.
Yeah, that's true. People don't even know what we're talking about.
I like it better that way. Look how cool he looks though. It's a very regal looking dog. Or is it a fox? Josh,
Oh yeah,
I'll get more slips just in case.
I was deciding if Ninetales would be offended that you called it a dog, and I think that yes. I think the answer is yes.
Well, foxes
Great.
and dogs are like the same thing.
I don't think. Listen, in my head canon, a dog wouldn't care to be called a fox, but a fox would care to be called a dog.
Because one's real fancy and one's real dumb.
Yeah, foxes
like a
feel
fox
like
is
fancy
like
dogs to
classy
me.
and like
yeah.
I gotcha.
We have a fox that I'm gonna say used to live in our neighborhood because I haven't seen him for a little while, but he'd been here for years, and he clearly had seen better days.
Oh man,
he had like a leg that like didn't really work, and he looked like he maybe had mange, but I had personally known this fox for years, and he'd always looked that way, right? He just like he was just like a real rough looking fox. So it was always funny to see people post on Nextdoor and be like, "Oh my gosh, there's this fox that I just saw, and he really needs some help. Can we get like, can we get him caught and get him to a vet?" And then having to see people be like, "Yeah, he's been here for 5 years and he's always looked like that. He's fine. He does just okay. He does perfectly fine by himself." Number 4.
Everyone's trying to put him down right away.
Yeah, exactly. Like let this poor fox live. He's doing great. He's like he out here. He practically lost a leg and he's been thriving for years.
He's a survivor. Let him the fuck alone.
But like I said, unfortunately, I haven't seen him for a little bit, so I hope he's still around. He was a good little mascot.
Yeah, the executor chilling in the beach vibes is cool.
I'm pretty sure that's reused art for that whole line though, because I definitely have seen it before on a card. I wonder how often I don't follow the TCG close enough to really have a good sense of that. Like how often they're reusing art on cards. I don't think it's very often, but maybe it's more than I realize. Number 6. There are 5. Number 5.
It used to be number 6.
Yeah, the previous number 6.
Okay, so I think at this point, that's a new one for us at least. The
Magmar is, and Pidgeotto is too.
I think I want to see one Pikachu at least.
I can't believe we haven't seen a Pikachu yet.
He doesn't have to be fancy. I just want to see a Pikachu.
I wonder if the Pikachu, maybe the only Pikachu is fancy or something. Maybe that's the problem.
He's like, there are 165 cards in this set. So he's probably like T27. So he's that dumb extra bullshit where there's like, they're not really numbered in the set.
That Mew was 205.
Was he?
Yeah, when I looked him up, the
gold 205 out of 205 out of 165. That's how numbers work.
Yeah, this pack's just old hat so far.
Yeah,
there's the Charmeleon.
All right, so it's not the same. It's 2 of him in a row. I don't like these doubles.
Me neither. So do we know for sure? I'm assuming. Let's go number 3. Do we know for sure that all 151 are represented in the set? I'm assuming they are since they named it that.
I would have to assume. Like, you know what? I don't know. Is there just that few trainer cards? Because if there's technically only 165 in the set.
We have not seen very many trainer cards. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's been like Giovanni, the stickers.
That rigid belt has come up a couple times.
The dumb grabber hand.
Yeah, that's come up a couple times. Magmar.
Yay, horsey. Everyone loves a good new card. I signed Diglett and Doug Trio. That's good.
Diglett, one of those no ability cards.
Tauros. Haven't seen him yet. I have Kadabra at least now. He's making his little spoon do magic. There we go.
Bulbasaur.
At least one. Right. There we go. Get some OGs going.
Mankey. A lot of Mankeys. A lot of Omastars even. Number 1.
We're doing 2 number 1s for the finale here.
Ponyta.
There we go.
There's a Pikachu. All right.
Little base ass. Little
Good
idiot.
Classic Pikachu.
Just chilling.
You called a little idiot.
He's a little idiot. Shiny Arcanine.
And Clefable.
No Jolteon. We like it's weird because for like the evolutions, Like I know, like for real, I think there's 9 now, 7, 8, 9, something like that. And we've saw the fire and the water one a bunch of times now. I keep expecting to see others, but there should only be like 3 in this set.
There's only 3 in the set, yeah. Electabuzz.
We haven't seen Eradicate yet.
Yeah, Eradicate's new. I like that art. Erica's invitation. That sounds very illicit.
Magikarp having a blast in the water.
Oh, I just realized we should see a Gyarados. Hopefully we can see a Gyarados at some point. Whoa.
Look, that.
That's not as cool as your other Ninetales, though.
That's a lot of Ninetales, though.
You have 2 Ninetales. One is the regular special card, and the other one's the special card.
They both seem kind of special. I'm trying to put him properly in the sleeve. All right, so today's wins, if we can call them that. These are all of our fancy boys right here.
I think the Mew is the coolest for sure.
I like the art on the Poliwhirl because there was reflection in the water.
That's true. That
on
is
the moody street.
I think as far as art goes, I think him and the War Turtle are my favorite. Because that reflection is so cool.
Here, look at him. I don't know if it's gonna reflect nicely anymore because it's a stupid card cover. But he's just chilling there.
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
Well, Josh, thanks for wasting time and money with me as always.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Congrats on the pulls.
Yeah, I'm a cool guy now.